Yo, what's going on, man? This your boy Jay Sewell. Yeah, what's happening, y'all? Man, it's very late at night, man. I'm on my way home from work. Just did a 12-hour shift. Anyway, on my way home, got a bit of a drive, about another 45 minutes, anyway. But I want to talk about football, NFL. I'm not gonna talk boxing. I'm a lover of sports anyway. I just don't love boxing. I could pretty much talk about any sport, particularly. Doesn't matter. I can talk about baseball. I can talk about football. I can talk about the NBA. Go Warriors. You know what I'm saying? 2015 NBA champions. But anyway, basically what I want to talk about is, I guess you could say the rise and fall of Robert Griffin III, aka Rg3. Man, I would like to know what the fuck is going on in DC, man, Chocolate City, man, because I've never seen a dude where he went from being praised and possibly being like the future of that franchise to where they just can't wait to get this guy out of town. A couple of days ago, they were saying that Robert Griffin III was just not going to play in the opening game. And Kirk Cousins was just going to start the opening game. And Robert Griffin III was going to be, I guess, named the starter for the second game. But now, a couple of days later, 360-degree turnaround. Now they're saying that Kirk Cousins is the starter, period. And that they're looking to trade RG3. Like, they want the guy gone. People in management want the guy gone. The only person I think wants him there is Daniel Snyder. At the end of the day, Daniel Snyder still makes the final call on who goes and who stays. But I think they're going to pretty much convince Snyder to just cut ties with him and just cut his losses. For some reason, they want to go with Kirk Cousins. To be honest with you, as far as RG3 go, I don't think that Shanahan, the guy that drafted him, wanted him in the first place. Because I found it strange. They made all these draft picks. They traded all these draft picks to move up to get him number 2 behind Andrew Luck. And then they turned around, I think, in the 3rd round and draft Kirk Cousins out of Michigan. I found that mighty strange. I don't think that Mike Shanahan was ever really sold on RG3. He never liked the guy. I think to a certain degree he tried to sabotage the guy. So even though some of the stuff that happened with RG3, he sort of brought it on himself. I think at certain times he was more worried about his endorsements than trying to play football. I think he was too much worried about Subway and his shoe endorsements to where he truly committed to football. I think he got it too early. But nevertheless, I feel like Shanahan never wanted him. And a lot of people thought that, which, goes on a lot in football, with certain quarterbacks, should I say the black quarterback. I'm going to talk about that in the next video. Because if you look at Mike Shanahan, he went out of his way to sort of sabotage RG3. He just turned around and was always looking for an excuse to try to play Kirk Cousins. He never fully seemed like he wanted to make a commitment to RG3. But if you look at Mike Shanahan's history, especially with quarterbacks, as soon as he took over, the head coach position at Washington, he quickly ran Jason Campbell out of town. Didn't want Jason Campbell. Traded him for Donovan McNabb. Didn't get along with Donovan McNabb. Ended up getting rid of Donovan McNabb. Then turns around and drafts RG3. Don't seem to get along with him. But to be honest with you, basically Daniel Snyder had to pick out of Mike Shanahan and RG3, and Snyder, obviously he picked RG3, fired Shanahan. And I think a lot of people in management seem to had a problem with that. I think it came down to the inmates are running the asylum thing, or the AKA, we don't want this nigga having too much power in our franchise to where he can get people fired. Because Jay Gruden took over, he instantly clashed with RG3. Now I'm wondering, is it RG3 or is it management? Do the people in management have a vendetta against him? I've never really heard RG3's teammates speak out against him. I know he caught some flack with a couple of teammates about some certain things. I don't really remember what it was. I know a lot of you guys are aware of the Rob Parker thing, where Rob Parker pretty much called RG3 Uncle Tom, you know, for, you know, basically being with a white woman and some other things. You know, he said he wonders, RG3 a brother or is he a brother? You know, I thought it was kind of funny. I was kind of curious about the thing myself. You know, I don't think Rob Parker should have got fired for ESPN for what he said. He was just voicing his opinion. I think they blew the whole cornball brother thing out of proportion, and, you know, I think Rob Parker shouldn't have got fired from ESPN. You know, after all, I mean, Michelle Beadle was walking around drunk at an event in Los Angeles and was flirting with a lot of NFL players, allegedly tried to throw the pussy at Aaron Rodgers and Clay Matthews, and she wasn't fired. So I don't think, you know, Rob Parker should have been fired. But anyway, I'm just really curious about what's going on with RG3. I'm wondering why they want to get that guy out of town so bad. And I don't want to hear the stuff about he might be the problem and he's possibly a bad teammate, because if that's the case, Jay Cutler out of Chicago, half of his fucking team don't like him, and for some reason he's still playing for the Bears. So you could just save that shit about he's possibly a bad teammate. But anyway, that's you know what I have to say regarding that subject. You know, like I said, the next subject is gonna be, has the NFL truly embraced black quarterbacks? I'm out.